Banaza, an ordinary merchant, is suddenly summoned to the kingdom of Clyrode as a hero. But while the blonde hero summoned alongside him boasts incredible stats, Banaza is declared useless. Low stats, no divine ability, and no way to return home. Hoping to quietly dispose of him, the king sends Banaza to the dangerous Delavisa forest near the demon lord's territory. There, Banaza kills a single slime and instantly levels up, unlocking infinite power, turning him into an overwhelmingly strong being. After accidentally purifying the entire forest with high-level magic, he changes his appearance, takes the alias Fleo, and returns to the city to join the Adventurers Guild. When he offers to teleport a young girl back to Delavisa, 4 female soldiers, Balirosa, Blossom, Bolano, and Baileri, accompany them, skeptical of his rare teleport magic. But upon arrival, the girl reveals her true identity, transforming into a Fenrir and attacking the group. Fleo quickly realizes the 4 female soldiers are no match for the Fenrir, so he teleports them to safety and uses gravity magic to force the beast to submit. The Fenrir transforms into her true form, an older woman named Fenrys, who immediately pledges herself to him. To avoid being called master, Fleo claims they're married, prompting her to call him darling instead. Meanwhile, the blonde hero is exposed as a coward after causing the deaths of many soldiers during a psycho bear attack, though the king still blindly supports him. Fleo and Fenrys, now using the alias Race, buy a house together and soon rescue the same 4 soldiers from another psycho bear encounter. They tame the surviving beast, turning it into a rabbit-like creature named Saib. The soldiers formally introduce themselves, Balirosa, Blossom, Bolano, and Baileri, and ask Fleo to train them and let them stay at his home. He agrees, presenting Riss as his wife to keep her calm. Elsewhere, the Dark Lord learns of Fleo's growing power and sends his minion basic monsters. Meanwhile, Riss secretly takes cooking classes after discovering the wonders of cooked food and becomes fiercely protective when she notices the girls pretending to be injured just to get close to Fleo. The king and the blonde hero hear rumors of Fleo's monster-slaying talent and summon him, but he refuses to get involved. Instead, he starts a small farm, with the 4 soldiers helping him. When Uliminas is caught snooping around, she joins Fleo and Riss for tea and tries to recruit him into the Dark Army. During the conversation, Fleo accidentally reveals he was the one who purified the entire forest, killing countless dark soldiers, including Riss's brother. Riss forgives him, believing her brother brought it on himself. After revealing the truth to the girls, Uliminas challenges Fleo and loses instantly. She later returns with an army of dragon riders, but Fleo wipes them out in a single move, forcing her to retreat. Realizing the threat, the Dark Lord decides to confront Fleo personally. Both the Dark Lord Gaul and the king grow suspicious of Fleo's refusal to join their war, each assuming he must be secretly working for the other side. Princess Elizabeth wants to speak with Fleo, but the king forbids it. Meanwhile, Gaul personally visits Rise under the fake name Gozal, though she immediately recognizes him as the Dark One. His presence unsettles the girls, but Fleo remains unfazed and calmly explains he won't fight for anyone. Amused, Gaul starts visiting their home daily, worrying his own army. Things escalate when the blonde hero arrives with a massive force, demanding Fleo join the war or die. Fleo refuses again, prompting Balirosa, Blossom, Bolano, and Baileri to defect from the kingdom and stand with him and Riss. Fleo then teleports the entire group, house, fields, and all, far away, shocking the blonde hero. When Gaul arrives and finds Fleo gone, he orders his army to attack the blonde hero's troops instead, forcing the so-called hero to retreat in panic. Now living peacefully in the West, Fleo becomes a merchant, selling items crafted from the monsters he casually defeats. He even takes Rise on a quiet date, unaware that chaos is erupting back in the kingdom. Believing Fleo and his companions were wiped out by the blonde hero, Dark Lord Gaul launches a massive assault from the northern forest. The royal mages cast a purification barrier to slow the invasion, but the spell backfires, leaving all of them, including the king, in a coma. Princess Elizabeth takes command and immediately banishes the incompetent blonde hero. Desperate, the blonde hero is manipulated into breaking the seal on a deadly djinn named Hia, who grants wishes by slaughtering innocents. She places sacrificial collars on everyone in the castle and is ordered to kill Fleo. Elizabeth is then told the true hero is actually Fleo, so she sets out to find him. Meanwhile, Haya reaches Fleo first, severely injuring Rhys. But when she strikes Fleo, her attack has no effect, revealing just how far beyond human he truly is. Overcome by uncontrollable rage, Fleo brutally overwhelms Haya, nullifying all her magic with his infinite power and leaving her completely helpless. He then uses a new time manipulation spell to heal Rhys. Rhys is momentarily captivated by Fleo's ferocity, but she remembers she fell in love with his kindness, not his violence, and stops him before he kills Haya, bringing him back to his senses. With Haya defeated, all the sacrificial collars vanish. Once Haya recovers, Rhys surprisingly invites her to live with them, and Haya accepts. Meanwhile, Princess Elizabeth, now queen, travels west to find Fleo. Elsewhere, the blonde hero learns of Haya's failure and accidentally releases the soul of Damalinas, a dark princess of magic. She transforms him into a monster, then possesses his loyal slave, setting the stage for a new threat. Princess Elizabeth continues her journey west in search of Fleo, while the 4 female soldiers successfully tame a unicorn-like creature. Suddenly, Damalinas, the resurrected dark princess, and the transformed blonde hero ambush Elizabeth. Fleo senses the disturbance, and Haya explains that when she was freed, the seal on Damalinas' soul broke as well. Following Fleo's command, Haya confronts Damalinas and the monstrous blonde hero. She defeats Damalinas, extracts her soul, and consumes it, restoring both the blonde hero and his slave to their normal forms. Elizabeth finally reaches Fleo and begs him to return to the castle, but he refuses, wanting only a quiet, peaceful life. Still, he gives her a massive sum of money to help rebuild the kingdom. The blonde hero and his slave are arrested upon return, and now face execution for their crimes. Balirosa is plagued by nightmares of being forced to marry the Dark One. Meanwhile, Fleo learns that an intruder has slipped into the city, and Queen Elizabeth discovers the truth. Banaza and Fleo are the same person. She also learns that the blonde hero and his slave have escaped custody. The pair flee using what they think is stolen money, only to find a magical shovel, which they use to dig a tunnel. But they immediately get stuck inside it. Gaul and Ulaminas continue their campaign against humans while searching for Fleo. Gaul eventually reunites with him and, impressed by Fleo's nature, decides to learn more about humans. Unexpectedly, Baliosa begins developing feelings for Gaul. However, Gaul's brother, Sir Uigard, is furious at his brother's softening stance. Rejecting the idea of humans joining their ranks, he declares himself the new Dark One and vows to defeat Fleo himself. Rhys's cooking continues to improve, much to everyone's delight. Queen Elizabeth visits Fleo to apologize for how the kingdom once mistreated him as Banaza, but also begs for his help defending towns from the advancing Dark Army. Rhys opposes the idea, yet Elizabeth warns that the king will soon awaken and may try to force Fleo into service, unless she can dethrone him first. Her plea leaves Fleo deep in thought. Meanwhile, the blonde hero and his slave escape their pit. After considering Elizabeth's request, Fleo decides to help and brings Rhys with him. Together, they defend a village from a dark army attack, shocking the soldiers who can't understand why a Fenrys is fighting alongside a human. Fleo and Rhys easily repel the invaders. The kingdom's mages report Fleo's actions, and Elizabeth is relieved he accepted her request. At the same time, Gaul discovers that his brother Uigard has seized the throne and plans to summon an evil god using the blonde hero and his slave as sacrifices, prompting Gaul to race back to the castle. Gaul and Ulaminas discover that Uigard has declared himself the new Dark One and rush back to the castle to confront him. The Infernal Four arrive as well, and Ulaminas openly opposes Uigard's claim to the throne, but he easily overpowers her until Gaul steps in to save her. Uigard criticizes Gaul's leadership, only to be stunned when Gaul calmly resigns and allows him to take the throne without resistance. Believing it to be mockery, Uigard attacks, but Gaul effortlessly knocks him aside. Gaul and Ulaminas then ask Fleo for shelter, and he agrees. Gaul quickly adapts to life in Fleo's home, though Balirosa is deeply uncomfortable with the idea. With some gentle reasoning from Fleo and Rhys, she eventually accepts Gaul as their newest housemate. Meanwhile, the blonde hero and his slave manage to escape once again, setting the stage for further trouble. Uigard, now the new Dark One, struggles to find a strategy to defeat the human army, which currently holds the advantage. Meanwhile, Fleo and Rhys decide to take everyone on a relaxing trip to the hot springs. only to discover that Uigard and Fufun are also there, hoping to boost morale among their own people. The blonde hero and Suya arrive as well, planning to sell a stolen diamond, but the gem transforms them into a monster that begins attacking the springs. Fleo's group assumes Uigard is responsible, and chaos erupts as they battle the creature. Amid the confusion, Gaul confronts his brother Uigard, setting the stage for a clash between the former and current Dark Ones. As Gaul and Uigard clash, Balirosa alerts Fleo, while Rise swiftly defeats the transformed monster, freeing the blonde hero and Suya. Uliminaz battles Fufun and the Infernal Four, and the hot spring owners activate emergency magic to restrain Uigard and his forces before teleporting them away. While Fleo's group helps repair the resort, the blonde hero and Suya try to escape using the magic shovel, only to be blasted sky-high by a geyser. There awakens and escapes, and the blonde hero, still on the run, vows to continue chasing recognition as a true hero.